Today marks 1 year since the United States withdrew from Afghanistan and the Taliban swiftly took over. A massive evacuation effort brought tens of thousands of Afghans to the United States. Tonight, Philadelphia is marking the day honoring evacuees and those who helped them. Eyewitness News reporter Marcella Baietto is at City Hall with the latest. Good afternoon. Good evening, Marcella.
Good evening. For hundreds of Afghan families and evacuees, today is a reminder of what they lost and what they fled nearly a year ago. Now 800 of them settled right here into Philadelphia, with many others finding new homes all across the U.S. The Taliban's lightning-fast takeover of Afghanistan just weeks before the United States' planned military withdrawal triggered such intense panic that thousands of Afghans stormed the Kabul airport in a desperate attempt to flee their country, some even clinging to a moving U.S. military aircraft as it rose into the sky and falling to their deaths. It's an anguish Zakir Rezai and his family live with to this day. His 17-year-old son Zabi was found among the dead, while his 19-year-old son Zaki, who had also clung to that aircraft, hasn't been seen or heard from since.
The only memories I have are that my children's bodies were mangled and torn to pieces, he says.
Here at home, city leaders and community partners are taking a look back at the impact of Operation Allies Welcome, a 6-month locally driven resettlement program that supported nearly 30,000 evacuees that arrived at PHL on more than 300 flights. After escaping the war zone, Philadelphia's Office of Immigrant Affairs says finding housing was one of the next obstacles these families faced.
It's been challenging resettling into Philadelphia. We have a bit of a housing crisis as a city, so finding affordable housing was really challenging for a lot of our families resettling in Philly.
Back in Afghanistan, the Taliban's day-to-day focus seems to be about controlling the lives of women and have placed restrictions on women's freedom of movement. Despite the risk, some Afghan women continue to defy the Taliban. In a rare protest this weekend, around 40 women took to the streets of Kabul to demand their rights, but were instead met with bullets as Taliban security forces fired live rounds into the air to disperse them. And the nation also remains in the grips of what the UN considers the world's worst humanitarian crisis, after the Biden administration froze billions in assets from the central bank and foreign donors pulled the vast amounts of funding that once made up 3/4 of the nation's annual budget. City officials, along with federal officials and community partners, are all inside of that reception inside of City Hall right now. Here's what Mayor Kenny had to say.
I watched parents coming off the planes with kids, little babies, kids running around kicking soccer balls, old people with walkers and canes, and I'm thinking, my God, they were sitting how long in a C-130 coming across the ocean to a place they never saw before. It was like a moment where I consider Philadelphia Ellis Island. It was like this mass of people coming off with nowhere to go, and they came to us, and that was wonderful. I want to thank.
And we'll continue to bring you more updates of that reception as it progresses. Reporting live outside of City Hall today, I'm Marcella Baietto, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.